okay.
With babies.
Yes.
I know.
We'll wait till people. Let me see something. Sawyer, we got it. You don't need. Hold on, let me get the better light for seeing it. Mode. That might be the best one.
Hey, Aziz.
Okay. Is that a good light for them to see it?
I think.
Okay, you guys. Nobody has names yet. This is I'm gonna show you in just a second, but this is the most recent one born, and that was the one before that, right?
Yeah, he wants to come out.
So, you know, takes all different types, but this one is much smaller and less able to do some of the things that this one can.
But he can look at you. He's looking right at the camera.
He's look.
Look at, he's got a little head over the side.
They let it go. And then when he's not a big fan of walking.
He's the new one. This is the other ones are like a light tan or a buff. He's more of a brown one.
But see, this was my confusion too, Sean. Look, right?
Yeah.
Are they getting him?
No, I don't think they're getting him. I think he's got one too, look.
Hold on. Okay. Then we're good. We're just kind of but yeah, these are the ones we hatched from the incubator. So far, there's only one more left waiting to hatch. Probably poorly thought out, but we love them. They're going to be indoor winter chickens. I'm going to let you put them back in a second.
I'm gonna get. I'll put him back real quick. He likes the warmth, but he.
Do you want to put?
I'll get this one back first.
Okay. Aren't they cute? Look. Say hi.
Out of there.
I know Scout doesn't do anything, but she keeps sneaking in. Say hi. Say, I little bitty. I still little bitty. He's pecking at my hand. And some water? Okay. I'm gonna send you back. We're trying to make sure they get hydrogen and stuff. He was kind of pecking at my fingers, so he'll probably eat when he gets back in. So there you go. There were, like I said, there were 5 altogether. 4 have hatched. And then there's one more in the incubator still. It has a crack in it. It's trying to come out, but I can't tell if it's still in process. Like if I blow on the little spot that it started to crack. It doesn't, like some of them will chirp or you'll see some sort of activity, and he hasn't. But I figure out of 5 that we incubated that are fertilized, if one doesn't hatch, I mean, that's probably kind of, the odds are a little bit better in that. Hey, Colleen, sorry you guys, we just got started late. It's the post office in the holidays, and Sean literally was walking in the door at about 8 o'clock. So I had taken a shower and everything, but it was like all day, like when a new chicken would come, I would leave him in there for the incubator for a little bit because it said to give them a second, and then their chirping will encourage the other ones to start unshelling themselves. And thank you so much. So it was like an all day thing, and I was trying to wrap presents at the same time and organize what was gonna go out where, and it was a good day. It was just, every time I would hear another, because you could hear them chirping a little bit. Thank you, hi there, thank you so much. You would hear them chirping, and they, not super loud, but you would hear them chirping. You remember the other night when I was like, Sean, I think I'm crazy, I hear some chirping.
And I can't hear, so.
But once they fully hatch out, they encourage. So I'm like, should I put the other one back in there for a little while? I don't know. Can I put it, if it's warm in there with a heat lamp, can I put that one from the incubator into there? Is that okay? Would that work? That was the other thing, because it's warm, you know?
That newest one, I think he's just new.
Oh
He's just
yeah,
not as
that's
strong as the.
Do you think that we should put that egg that's hatching in there so that
So they could hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what they're saying?
No, well that's what I read somewhere. And I would say, yeah, the last one.
I can put it in there.
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
At this point, because it's been a minute. It'll work. Okay. Well, that's what we're gonna do with that. So it's pretty exciting, even though, you know, whether it's a human baby, cat baby, dog baby, no matter it is, it gives a certain excitement of when they start hatching. Yeah.
The last one kind of looks.
See, that's a bigger one than he did earlier. So he's trying.
He's trying to come through.
Maybe it'll happen while we're live. But the silky eggs, we kind of knew that they weren't fertilized because it looks like we have 2 hens, but we still kind of held out hope. And there is a couple of cracks on the silky eggs in there, but they're not pecking cracks. They're like, maybe because it was hot in there, somehow they split a little bit. It wasn't a split like there's anything gonna come out.
It was just the mess from the other ones.
Yeah. There's a little like crack on the bottom one, but anyway, that's the excitement going on here. Trying to get gifts wrapped.
I'm reading the chat. Oh, they encourage the others. That's cool.
The one that was taking a long time coming out yesterday, I almost tried to start helping it, but I Googled first, and they said don't help them because it makes the future generations, they're weak and their future generations are weak. It's something about they have to do it.
It's natural selection. I mean, like, let's say that one doesn't make it or whatever, that last one.
And let it,
80% were hatched. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. But
pretty good odds. If our odds was that good.
I know. Here we are. We're like.
We were joking that Sawyer's like, listen, and I'm not trying to hurt y'all's feelings. Even the chickens are having babies.
I mean, everybody's having babies, but you. And it's disgusting. You guys are back there
y'all
doing
are
all
clearly
the,
trying.
Making all kinds of noises and making all kinds of racket.
Tiny's like, this is what.
Nope, no babies.
Tiny says just 12 seconds. That's it. When she's cooking dinner, just 12 seconds.
Not even that much. He's just like.
But we are going to film a cute little short when it's pouring and cold, but we're going to film a cute little short. When we go out, we're going to put him in a basket. And we're going to tell Tiny he needs to get a job.
Yep.
We're going to be like,
Tiny, those
Tiny,
are your kids.
These are yours. And he's like, and he'll be like, and it's like, Presley is tired of paying for your accoutrements, for your.
You're having a lot of fun. Now it's time to be a dad.
Now it's time to be a dad. And he'd be like, that one's not mine. You are the only male.
It's like, that one doesn't look like the other ones. That
was definitely not mine. It was cute though. But we are going to do that.
I think like I knew that the incubator that I had before was just this old thing and had wires everywhere and it hatched. When I think it's funny because when we first put the eggs in, we thought with our silkies, one's a rooster, one's a hen. And that's going to be our best chance. But we'll just put some of the other brown ones in there just in case.
Yeah.
Brown ones, the big brown eggs hatched. And halfway through the incubation process, we learned that both of our silkies are hens. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, yes. Catch the replay later. Thank you for stopping by. Hi there. The other... I thought I missed. Yeah, see, they're chirping. I bet you that one will start to come out now that they're. We were hoping one of them might have been because we were kind of wondering if a Brahma didn't lay an egg, the one that we lost, because it was hit or miss. She'd be in a nesting box with eggs, but we couldn't.
The one that
So we were kind of hoping that maybe one would be born that was hers. The one I was hopeful for is just a normal Rhode Island red cross with an
What I did is I looked up, I just Googled Rhode Island red rooster and brown ISA hen. And it had a picture of like 4 chicks. One was dark brown and the rest were light like we got. So
Just a little golden hair one.
yeah, that's how
I
they
was
are.
trying to. It was raining and cold today, and I was working on the things, and I was like, I think I'm gonna take a nap. Come on, animals, which is unusual. So I got all the animals up on the bed.
Scout tries to get in there.
He does.
And he did. He busted the door open.
He doesn't do anything. He just loves getting in there. We'll put a blanket under the door so he can't. He just will look at them. He's like, looks at them like, I've got this. But so we took a nap, and then when I woke up, I woke up to the recent one chirping in the incubator. So I let them stay there, like I said, for about 15 minutes. I let them stay in there, and then I was putting them in with the others.
Scout busted the door in, and Sawyer went in after Scout.
Yeah, he's like, I have to police you. You cannot be. These are our chickens.
Oh. This is Sawyer is a chicken dog. He's a chicken herder.
Are you a chicken farmer, Sawyer?
Hmm?
He's panting. You need some water? I need to get something to drink.
He's excited because of them.
He is, and he's so, when he would hear a new one, he was like...
Hey, did you hear it?
So
did you hear
excited. Let me get, do you already have your drink?
Huh?
Do you already have whatever you want to drink?
I have a water. That's good.
Okay.
So she's getting the water. I'm tickled that Mandi got that because she had never seen like this. So I could tell, and I mean, she could hear him. I don't hear well, right? So all through the day, I guess it was Sunday, she was saying, or Saturday night or whenever it was, she was saying, I can hear him, I can hear the chirping. And I was like, oh, babe, that's cute. But, and then sure enough, at 4:30 in the morning, yesterday morning, she comes in and goes, one's hatched. And I could tell low key, she was like, really good with it. So it was cool. I mean, it was cool. Even I was like, to reassure myself that, yeah, it's a legit incubator and these eggs, are going to work.
You jumped out of bed.
She's thrilled by it though.
I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's super cool.
Yeah.
I mean, we have no idea what we're going to do with 4 more chickens. And the other thing is that we don't know if any are roosters. We could have 4 roosters in there.
Yeah, that's true. Someone asked, like, are we gonna tell? We have to look up because it has to be either today or tomorrow, right?
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to look at the wings, right? Real quick, during the first couple days.
I guess so. These are good. Have you had these?
Yes.
Really
I had there was a different flavor, not the strawberry, but there was
the mango one.
Yeah. But
yeah,
anyway.
to go from having just like eggs sitting in this thing to all of a sudden something comes out of it, you're like, oh, it's
and the amazing thing is also it's 21 days. It is
21 days.
We put 3 of them in on the Saturday. Like we got the incubator on Saturday, and I turned it on, and then Sunday I put in like 3 eggs, and then the next day I got 2 more eggs and put them in there. So
we had good luck.
Yeah, we did. It's
cool. I think that, and I know this sounds corny, but the miracle of life is intriguing to me.
Yeah.
How two, a hen and a rooster that aren't even the same breed.
Yeah.
Is it a breed?
Yeah.
And then you find the egg and you're like, well, it's an egg. We've seen eggs since we were little from the grocery store. So then you put them in there and you're like, they're not going to hatch. You kind of think
that's what I'm talking about.
And then all of a sudden you're like, oh my God.
Right. And that's why I'm tickled for you, because, and then on Saturday when you were like, I can hear there's noises coming from that. And I was like, she said, Sean, I'm telling you, there's noises. And then all of a sudden,
can you give me your phone for a second, baby?
All of a sudden there's this, you see the little cracks and they're like, yep, there they come. Did Let It Go get somebody?
No, it says that ATX and Tomahawk got somebody.
Oh no.
Did you accidentally?
Oh, I did Let It Go, didn't I?
I hope that's what happened. It's okay. Let It Go will understand if that's what it is. I'm making sure that.
I guess that I can unblock it, I think.
No, the timeout you can't. She's back to being Yeah. I think it was a mistake. I think when he set his phone down, maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that on purpose. Let it go.
Well, but when it happened, I was like,
oh, I know what you were thinking.
You know what I mean? I was like, the phone isn't even there.
Let it go.
Hey, Sherry Pie, 300 seconds.
Sorry, babe.
Come up with your wittiest, like, what the hell question.
It's like, I owe you for that. Let it go.
That was a total accident.
Whoops. She's like, well, we've got only a couple of mods and they're all real good. So
yeah, it was baffling, but we'll keep it moving. Let it go. We'll understand. And fingers crossed, we don't have that happen again. But if we do,
if all of a sudden
how it goes.
Let it go. It ends up in the Beast chat.
We're talking about rogue mods. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah,
for those of you who don't know.
Well, when I saw the look on your face, you had this like.
Because I looked at it, it said ATX. Yeah. I went, no, let it go. We
I
didn't
know. We didn't mean to.
We didn't
mean
to.
Us now.
I don't even know how it happened. She'll be okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. Let it go. Hopefully she's not hot.
Hold on,
and
let's
ready
see
to...
where
Well, she'll come back.
But look.
Did it happen other places?
No, it just. That sucks.
It'll be okay. I know she'll understand. It was an accident.
Hey, Sherry Pie. Well, hey, Presley. Did you see we just had our babies on this camera.
On display.
We just showed our little baby birds. For those that just joined, I accidentally timed out our mod, Let It Go, for 300 seconds, and I feel like a...
And when she gets back, you need to be like, back that ass up.
Yeah, it says right there, Let It Go is timed out. I guess I hit it and she came up, and then my finger just went across it.
Hopefully she understands. So we were showing off our chicks or whatever, Presley, but we were telling, we're going to tell Tiny, we're going to show him all those babies, and we're going to show Tiny, we're going to be like, Tiny, you got to get a job. Look at all these. These are all yours. Then he's going to be like, none of those are mine.
And here.
What was that? It's going to say, Scout's throwing stuff on the floor. He's going to say, I'm going to the beach. I don't want.
I know. I'm going to go move to the beach.
But I took the cards down so I could write down what I needed to, the names. And they weren't being hung up the way I had pictured them, but they will be tomorrow. There'll be one drapes this way and this one drapes this way. And we were so excited because the cards are coming in, and it's as busy as Sean is at work because of the post office. It really, really makes his day and makes him smile when we get the cards in. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be like, Tiny, Red is not going to have enough resources to feed all. Okay. All right, Presley is not going to have enough resources to feed all these. And then especially if another one comes back. Oh, girl, Stitchy. So I recorded some of it so that you could see it. Remember the girl with the white hair that fake smokes and talks about?
Yeah.
She did a stream today. She blamed Elon Musk. What did he get blamed for, Stitchy? She blamed him for something. And then she said that basically that one of those mind control things had used instruments on her, but they were not clean instruments. So then she got an STD. I was like, oh, this there you go.
She dresses up kind of like goth looking.
Yeah.
And then like when she smoked, it's like.
Today she wasn't even pretending to.
And yeah, she takes a puff and then like.
I took a clip of it. I'm going to post it.
Not even smoking it.
She's not. It's for effect. And she holds it between these two fingers. And does it. She's saying that they use there she is.
Hey, Let It Go.
Let It Go said, back that ass up.
Yeah, you better. I'm sorry about that, sweetheart.
But then, hey, Karen.
Hey, Karen.
I knew. I was like, she's either going to be spunky and ready, or she's going to be like,
Stitching.
What? We had it happen one time, though. I think it was boho, and it took. She would not. She could not get past it for a week. I was like, it was an accident.
So, Karen, you just missed. We just brought the babies out. We've got 4 little babies that hatched.
I kind of kept her updated.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Karen was like, I was just going to ask what happened to Let It Go. That was my fat fingers by accident.
Somehow, but you had already set the phone down, so I was looking at the screen and I was like, oh shit. ATX Tomahawk didn't do anything.
Yeah, she said,
And
hey, she goes, hey, Karen, Stitching, Presley, Sherry, and all the other people I missed because of Sean. I know.
Of all people.
Here, I'm going to put you in charge of this.
You can put me in charge of it. Yeah, putting computer devices in her head. And she also says that they, you know, like is it the MK or Ultra? Is that BT?
EKG?
No, like the theory, BTK that's a serial killer, but don't they also, MK Ultra is mind control and
yeah, something like that. I don't know.
So they keep her from getting any sleep. So she can take cat naps and stuff, but when she lays down to go to sleep, they trigger it to wake her up.
She needs to come right on over into the drama
no,
community.
Sweetie, I think that you're just bipolar and probably a little schizophrenia.
Yeah, you can come right on over.
There's Presley. Yeah, there's something entertaining about her. I mean, she says she has white hair because of this stuff, but her hair is white, and if it's bleached that white, she does a pretty good job because you can't see any residue of dark, and it's not brass, nothing. It's just white.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. When you showed her to me, she was kind of sitting in this room, almost like with a Victorian outfit on, sort of.
Yeah.
Really white hair, and what I noticed was the cigarette. She was like,
yeah,
like she'd
do it. I'm like,
when she's not inhaling it, which is good because it's not healthy.
It's not healthy, especially when you're already dealing with some pre-existing stuff like psychosis and things like these. So today is December the 5th.
Yes.
Tomorrow is December the 6th.
Yes.
Onslow County. Shit show going to Onslow County.
Right.
Judge Wells. Hey, buddy.
So how many people?
Judge Wells is gonna look at his docket and go, Christ Almighty.
How many people are feeling some sort of way about this one? I mean,
like it's gonna be.
Something seems a little different. Something seems a little different.
Yeah, it's and it's been held close to.
Close hold from everybody, both sides.
So I'm interested to say, can I send Judge Wells a Christmas card?
We should.
And be like, look, I know you hate the drama community, whatever, but
he might take an EPO on us. Could you imagine that?
And he was a brand new judge when we saw him. I go, but does he know her? He goes, they all know her.
I used to go like right down the street from the apartment there.
I do too, like Alice.
There was a Buffalo Wild Wings, and I used to go watch the Georgia games there because we didn't have cable at our house. So, and then if I worked a third shift at 10, I could go watch the game at like 7, and then I would just go to work. And I would see all the attorneys, which was kind of strange at the time because I was with her, and they knew that, and they would see me like in another setting, like watching, and they were pretty cool to me about it. He's dragging that bag around, it sounds like.
No, he's fighting with Eleanor. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hear it.
Was that a hiss?
It was like
And so I would see them, and he would be there, but he was an attorney then. I guess you really can't do that as a judge. You can't just kind of hang out the same way.
We're good, Nelson. How are you? And our attorney was like, I mean, not an associate, like worked together like in the same law firm, but they
know each other.
They all cross paths or whatever. So it should be interesting. I wish I could be a fly on the wall.
It was just when we went in there, when we had to go to court, and I realized who the judge was, and I had to believe that he knew who she was. I had to believe that, but he did a really good job about like acting like he did when we were in there. Like,
he did a good job of making it very clear he was giving her every possibility.
Yes. I call it giving her your dignity.
Yeah.
Because really, she had nothing, and he said, "All right, we're going to take a recess."
They did a lunch break so she could find these clips that supposedly were incriminating towards us, where we said we were going to take the dog, we were going to all these different things. So she comes back after lunch, and she and Beckett had a lunch break to look for it. They still didn't have it.
No.
So finally, they went and they said, here, and said, Christy Alley passed away today?
She
Has
did?
she been sick?
Wow.
I didn't know that. Has she been sick? Anyway.
Happy 37th birthday to actor Frankie Muniz from Malcolm in the Middle. Yay.
So hashtagging Bear was not enough proof that we were going to somehow swoop in and take him.
Kirstie Alley, I did not know that she was sick.
That. What? So she was sick?
I said I did not know that she was even sick.
Hold on, let me look. I can look at it real quick.
Those are just different troll accounts.
Yeah, but I can't get it to click on it.
Oh, here, go do it. You just, yeah, right there.
Okay, let's see. Isn't she in Scientology too?
She was with John Travolta for a long time, right?
I knew they made a movie together. I didn't know.
Right, but who was she linked to? Was she linked to John Travolta for a while? I think she was a Scientologist.
Cancer battle.
Oh.
That's unfortunate. Did we know? Like, had anyone, George Jones and Tamara and I grew up listening? You've got me listening to that now, Presley. Like, they're like finding the channels that have the old like Conway Twitties and Loretta Lynn and Barbara Mandrell and all of those. It's good time.
See, Karen said they didn't know about her cancer for very long. They just found out about it.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Did they say what type?
Oh, one of the Hardy Boys was her ex. Leif Garrett. Was that?
I don't know.
Yeah. I know it was Sean Cassidy and yeah.
Cheers. Yeah, that's where
it.
she made it. Look Who's Talking. I thought that was sweet too. But beyond that, I can't remember anything she's done.
Amanda said it was Parker Stevenson. That was her.
Oh.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The Hardy Boys. That sucks, man.
Is the Hardy Boys was like Nancy Drew, but
right.
boys. Yeah.
Right. You had to be a little older for that. You know.
I remember Nancy Drew.
I had the Hardy Boys books. I had the books and yeah. I like that series. Nancy Drew.
So Kirstie Alley was 71. I didn't know she was that old.
That would make her.
I had no idea she was that
18 years
old.
older
Wow.
than me.
Huh.
You know, in 17 years, I'm going to be 70.
Oh, my goodness.
You still going to love me?
You might be 70 with a kid in high school.
That's right. They'd be like, when we go to the football games, they'll be like, oh, hey, you brought your grandpa. It's my dad, dude. They're trying to get in, aren't they?
I don't know. Yeah, you'll be like, no, I'm the dad.
Kay was like, showed my age. Yeah.
That's funny.
I know, Kay. We know the heart. Even my bride here, she's only 10 years younger than me. We had to fill her in about the Hardy Boys.
Nelson and Let It Go are hopefully just playing around. Heard about that with Scientology. Yeah, you can't. They don't let you treat it. Like, you have to hope that the aliens fix it or whatever because you're not allowed to treat it.
59 K is. Yeah, I'm 53. So, speaking of Scientology, anyone that, well, Mandi knows, I'm a big Leah Remini fan. You know, she was the Scientologist for a while and then broke out of, away from Scientology. And she's done that. She had a television show where she exposed Scientology and all that. So the leader of Scientology, I know David, is it Miscavige? I think that's
Miscavige, yeah.
Miscavige. She has just recently brought up that his wife
is missing
and has been missing for years.
Yeah.
And it is kind of, everyone was mum on it. Well, Leah Remini has dug that back up.
Have they found her?
No.
I mean,
but she's now making it a point to talk about it again.
I remember, like, in 10 years, right?
I think it's been longer than that.
They haven't seen her. They have no idea where she is.
Yep. And so when she was a Scientologist, she disappeared. And when Leah was still practicing Scientology, the wife disappeared, and she asked about. I haven't seen her in a while, and she was like chastised for it and punished for even asking.
People are not even allowed to.
Yeah, you're not supposed to ask.
Yep, and I guess if nobody is saying she's missing that are related to her or her parents or whatever, you know.
Yeah, like her own. Well, that's because when you become a Scientologist, they, and your family and friends are not. You don't hang out with them anymore.
No.
So her family, like her mom and dad, if they weren't in Scientology, they wouldn't have anything to do with her anyway.
Right.
Like, so.
We're like, I don't know. The only people that I know who've like practiced it and their parents were also involved in it was, I guess Tom Cruise.
Well, I also.
His dad was.
Coincidentally, but not on the same thing. I'd always liked Katie Holmes, the actress, and that's who he was married to, and they had Suri.
She was selected for sure.
And
for sure, she was selected.
She broke away. She broke out of it too afterwards, and there's been a big custody battle and visitation battles for their kid. I like Tom Cruise, and I don't know enough about. I haven't studied it enough. The only thing I really know about it is because I like Leah Remini was her side and all that. But it seems like it's pretty. Their roots are pretty well embedded in society and Hollywood and things like that.
I don't like Tom Cruise because he has such a dim view on mental health meds.
He doesn't like them?
No, yeah, he's very against medications. And that, in fact, that's what the argument started, I guess was on Oprah. He was doing a thing, and that's where the argument started.
And he got pretty.
Oh, because Brooke Shields was on medication for postpartum depression.
And he was linked to her for a while, right?
But he said something like she just needs to get over it or something like that. I was like, oh.
Oh, that, yeah. You don't say stuff like that around Oprah. She's gonna.
No, but yeah, I was saying that that ADHD medicines should not be used.
There's a lot of people that believe that, but I mean, he's just got some.
I'm just doing this real quick because it's cutting me. Okay. Yeah. And a lot of the stars that get out of Scientology still don't talk about it.
Debbie says,
aging
they're talking about aging. Yes.
Yep. It's beautiful. I have come to like the lines in my forehead. Sometimes I marvel at the ones that I can feel that are deep. I think it builds character.
Hey, Gabby's here. Gabby checked in. Hey, all, just checking in, cleaning, so I'll be listening.
Hey, Jenny. Hey, Gabby. How are you? It's good to see you, Jenny. Where is she?
Oh, yeah, they're talking about the Masterson. Yeah. Danny Masterson. He's going through.
Where is Gabby?
Gabby was right up here.
Oh. Okay, I thought you were mislooking at Debbie or something.
I used to watch that 70s show for a while. I could never get Mandy to watch it with me. He doesn't like it. I like Ashton Kutcher. I like Mila Kunis. But Danny Masterson, who was on the 70s show and then went on to do The Ranch, was embroiled in like these rape cases. More than one person, right?
With Scientology?
Well, he's a Scientologist. But it looked like that I don't know. Right now, there was like a hung jury, and it looks like that he's going to be maybe get off from it. And there's a lot of people talking about how
that's unbelievable.
His ties to Scientology have a lot to do with how the trial was going.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
When that first went down, it seemed pretty damning for him, the stories that I read about it. But it just goes to show we don't really know it all, do we?
I saw today. I watched one of the Queen's security people, and I think we've talked about this before briefly. But the Queen Elizabeth's security detail, and one of them was in charge of watching, looking over Prince Andrew or whatever. And he was talking about how Prince Andrew had all those teddy bears, and there was pictures of how the teddy bears were to be arranged. Or he would scream and lose his mind.
When he was a little kid?
No, grown-ass adult.
Oh, my gosh.
And then...
grown-ass adult?
Yeah, grown-ass adult. And then when he... that one girl would come over, Epstein's wife, girlfriend, whatever she was.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was supposed to give their name when they were going to see them, but they never had her leave her name. Now, he says he doesn't know this or he didn't know that. Apparently, you did if you were skipping out on putting names in.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to the royal family, they when the Queen died, they Charles went right in there and just got him, didn't he?
Yeah,
right off the bat.
Andrew was the Queen's favorite, and so she did, take certain duties from him when it came out. But when Charles got on the throne, he was like, "Guess what? Here's the rest of it. Meghan and Harry, you go that way."
Yep.
See?
Trying to get in the door. That's scratching at the door right there, I think, isn't it?
Oh, does Ellie went out?
No, I think that on
No,
that door.
No. It's Ellie and Scout fighting.
Oh, that's
Here
back
she is
here.
Right here. You're not gonna
Hold
wanna go
on
out
for a
there,
minute.
Eleanor.
I know, Eddie, but it's so cold and rainy, Eleanor.
I'll put Scout away.
Okay.
You don't want to go out there. Stay in here. Just
So I felt like we were Katie for a minute, right? You know how Katie just leaves her live stream and goes and does whatever, and you're looking at an empty screen for 5-10 minutes. Sorry about that.
No. If I say no to him, he'll turn around and go, meh. He'll talk back to me. It's so good. It's just, she doesn't want to go outside because the weather's bad. So we'll go.
Let It Go is and Aziz. Let It Go is getting into it with Aziz and
About what?
Nelson.
Just different things?
You're gonna get a whooping, Aziz. Yeah. So Butters Love Cassio says Danny Masterson's case was ruled a mistrial. The jury is deadlocked.
Wow.
So
that's unbelievable.
yeah.
That's crazy. There was another one. Amber Heard is supposedly suing, that channel that aired it? Like, only certain people got the contract to air the trial. One of them was that Law and Order or something.
Law Channel or whatever.
Yeah, she's suing them. How are you going to sue them when it was you? It was you.
Yeah.
That's like when people try to, take down, like, clip channels and... it's like, that was just you.
You did it.
You did it.
That's who it was. I guess because, I don't know. I was surprised that there's still people out there. Like, if you look on Twitter, there are people that back Amber Heard.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't Casey Anthony back in the news?
I've seen little tidbits about that, but I haven't actually seen what about. It's someone talking, maybe. It's like one of her parents or someone finally talking. Someone tell me what's going on with that, because that's another thing that I briefly have seen her here and there, but I don't know anything about.
There's been there's people that are on Twitter that just, I see them in my feed because they're there. Mm-hmm. And I've heard people talking about the Casey Anthony thing again. Mm-hmm.
We'll have to look it up if nobody knows. I don't know if it's an anniversary of it or if new light has come. The thing is now that she's been found innocent of it, they could.
There's a documentary on Casey. People are believing she may be innocent. Yeah, I mean,
but then who did it?
Right.
A parent?
Right. Or that.
That's my question. And how did she end up in the back seat? In the trunk.
The big thing that I thought about that was damning to Casey Anthony was that how they hid everything and how they lied about everything.
Yeah.
And I think some of the new facts, correct me if I'm wrong here, in the documentary was talking about how her whole family and everything that's going on, they're all a bunch of liars, and so that Casey was merely doing what she was taught to do from childhood.
Yeah, I've heard the murmurings are she's now starting to accuse her father of horrible things. Yeah. So it's whether it's I'm gonna have to watch that. I tried watching the Dahmer documentary. You have to be watching it. Like, you can't just have your headphones in and listen, because there's so much visual stuff in the movie that you have to watch.
And I'll tell you that
Okay.
I really didn't have any. I didn't want to watch the Dahmer thing at all. I know you were interested in it and this and that, and I know you I just didn't. And it's cool to people that wanted to watch it. I was like, I just didn't.
I've never been real interested in that case. Like, the shock value is obviously that, but beyond that, I've never been. The other one was Jodi Arias. That case never interested me. People followed it, never missed a piece of it.
People watched it.
I never got into it.
Yeah, my ex watched it. That was on. That
She's
was all
probably
during.
cooking up a.
Well, when did that one start? I think that Jodi Arias was
time
like
ago.
2010, right?
31
2009,
days the
2010.
baby was missing. She claims the baby was with her father, and he wouldn't let her see her.
Wow.
But Kaylee's father, I thought, is known. Is he not known? He never came.
Well, her dad was a cop, I believe.
Yeah,
something like that.
But yeah, well, I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah.
That would be worth giving it a watch.
Here's the thing that happens with us guys, and it starts all the way back when we first started living together. We at first we had, because of COVID, and even before COVID, when we weren't working, we would we had all these movies and stuff that we were going to watch, and what would happen is I would start watching them and she'd fall asleep, or she would get into them and I would fall asleep. There was very few that we ended up watching together.
Yeah, we would, and I would try to pretend that I wasn't asleep. Not the baby's daddy, Casey Anthony's father. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not now. Now she's saying he's the father, and there is no like.
Look at Sawyer up there by the incubator. There's nothing in it anymore, so.
He's checking.
They're all gone, Sawyer Brown. They're all in there.
They're not in there.
They're not in there, buddy.
He's like, well,
Gonna get back
all right. You liked Jodi Arias. Yeah, the people that were into it were like into it. I honestly, the Shanann Watts case, until it was coming out that he was giving an interview, I had no idea about that case. I didn't know any aspect
case?
of it. Nothing.
The Jodi Arias thing, I think that was, to me, first of all, when I'm watching this Jodi Arias stuff, I'm in an awful relationship. So think about that as I'm this. So I'm watching this Jodi Arias thing, and I'm with this, for lack of a better term, a crazy bitch, right? And Jodi Arias is clearly a crazy bitch. Whatever you believe, if you believe nothing else about her, you knew that she was. I mean, you could see it in her eyes, you could see it in the interviews. So as they're describing, the brutality of this, Jason was the guy's name, right? The one.
I think so. Yeah.
And they showed a lot of graphic things, and when you go from the testimony of that whole night, that was brutal what happened to that guy. But then what I was interested in was how her defense team was, how the deviant things that he would do, or just, the less than stellar things about him. And I'm watching this whole thing.
That's true. Like, they were trying to crucify him for being a man.
Like, it was almost like to his family, because he's gone. He's dead.
Yeah.
He's been murdered.
He no doubt had some stuff, but it doesn't.
But so his family, who's sitting there listening to this trial with this woman that killed him, because there never was really a doubt that she killed him. It was just, why did she kill him?
She said the ninjas came.
Right. But then they're saying, so they have this guy, and how some of the deviant stuff that he did, and that he was, not the squeaky clean dude that everyone thought he was. But so what?
Yeah.
I'm reading it going, I'm listening to this stuff going, but she slaughtered him. It wasn't like she beat him up, or she could claim self-defense, or she'd had enough of his stuff. She slaughtered the guy.
Yeah.
I don't really care. I mean, he didn't do anything to deserve that.
I'm gonna have to lock Scout up.
Are you?
Yeah. We don't have to go yet. It's just gonna take me a second to
Yeah.
get him in there.
Gabby said, crap, gotta run. My man is calling. I'll try to check back in soon.
You check on your man. Come on, Scout.
Yeah, Debbie, you know, I heard that about the Watts thing when he got on the news, and that sticks with people. You know, when you see like a news thing or a police thing where
Scout, come on.
the distraught, you know, husband or wife in some cases get on there and plea with society to find his, you know, his family. And then you find out that he killed him. You're right, Debbie. That is creepy to watch that.
Yeah, Scout, it's
But-
so far past his bedtime, he's losing his mind. Hold on, Scout, I'm coming. He's like, you put me to bed at 9:30, now you've messed up royally.
Yeah, see, well, here's what happens. We normally go on at 8:30,
And he knows.
and
Come on.
Scout gives us an hour, and then he starts acting the fool. Well, since we went on at 9:30,
Come on.
he's been running around acting.
Come on,
The
Scout,
fool.
Scout.
You lay down, Soy Brown?
Come on, Scout, Scout.
So yes, yeah. So the Jodi Arias thing was, I watched as much of that as anything that I've ever watched, and I was just, I don't like to watch a lot of news. I don't like to watch a lot of the court TV because of it, but
There you go. Good boy.
that's what I was disgusted with, is that Jodi Arias has this team that are supposed to defend her, and they resorted to painting this guy, you know, as kind of a bad dude. And the only thing I guess that they did that for was maybe to spare Jodi her life, so that maybe they would give her a lesser sentence.
Yeah, that's
Because
odd.
certainly all the time and
Very
effort
odd.
they spend on that doesn't take away from the fact that he was slaughtered and he didn't deserve to be slaughtered.
And what was the real reason she did it? Because he was leaving her?
Yeah, because he said I don't, you know, they were
They were
a
supposed to-
hookup, and
And she kept holding on.
she kept holding on, and he was kind of like, and that was part of it. It was like, he used me for this, you know, and it was like
Oh, well.
sexual things that, you know, that were a little freaky. But and then he was like, we do that every so often, we'll hook up, but that's it. And then when he tried to break it up with her, she lost her mind
Oh, wow.
and killed him. So
I remember just the ninja theory, and then that fell apart, and it was like, oh my gosh. So who is completely done with their Christmas shopping? I'm not. Well, it depends on what you're giving who, but you forget like people, and then you realize that at the last minute, and then you're like, what gift card would work? But I really put some time and effort into gifts this year that I thought that meant something or whatever.
Debbie says, I can normally tell a liar in person, but I mean, we're in a community, and there's a lot of people in the community that perpetrate
Not
certain
wrapped.
things, you know, perpetrate certain things on here.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Colleen said, I'm done. Not wrapped though.
And and Jodi Arias colored her hair blonde for him, right?
I don't know why she did.
Because it didn't look good.
Yeah.
And she, what did she get? How long did she get prison?
Didn't Jodi Arias get life?
She got life?
She's not on death row. So,
Okay.
But
She's one crazy girl. You know what we got to do
what?
before we go to bed?
What?
What does he have? Oh, he's chewing on a sponge thing. Before we go to bed, we have to straighten that thing on top of the tree. You're just taller than I am. What kind of drama's been going down, you guys? Does anybody know? Yeah, I would say she definitely snapped. Definitely. I saw that, I don't know how one female is capable of killing one. Do you know what I mean?
No, it was okay, so you have relationships gone bad and people freak out and they kill people. I mean, that's bad enough, but she you know, got him in the shower and stabbed him,
Is
and
that
then
where it was? In the shower?
in the shower, and then after that, she shot him, or
Wow.
whatever. And yeah, she
My mom keeps
slaughtered him. I mean, it was like, wow.
Okay, so my mom keeps asking me if I'm keeping up with the murder of these 4 college kids. Is it in Idaho? Is it Idaho?
Well, yeah, I saw that when we were at Mom and Dad's. It was
How
on
in the
news.
world they have not one clue?
Hmm.
Not one clue do they have, and they think it's just one person that did it.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't followed that very closely, but I might start following.
Well, how did they get killed?
Now that I don't know, but it one person did it all.
How do you know?
Well, that's what the investigators say.
So it's not a serial killing. It's
not in the sense that
they killed all 4 of them at one time.
That's
how do you do that? Somebody
think
doesn't run. Somebody doesn't take off.
Saying. There was not a scream. They were
stabbed.
It's been quiet.
It is hard to stab 4 people.
That's what I'm saying. I would have thought it was like some sort of murder-suicide, but that, you know what I mean?
My Pink Life says it's been quiet on these drama streets except for the tragedy pimps. Stitching Girl is like no drama, quiet, really.
Yep, it's been very quiet. While sleeping,
they were stabbed while sleeping. So he went from whoever it was, he or she or whoever it was, went from person to person and stabbed them all and nobody woke up. I don't get that. I'm not.
That's
buying
what
that,
I
man.
think is weird.
Yeah.
That's what I think is extremely weird. Today is Elbow's birthday.
Stitching. See, leave
Happy
it to Stitching.
birthday, you freak.
Leave it to Stitching Girl to find us some drama on a dry night.
He will do his birthday streams and be like, what does he say? $5, $10, $15, you're not going to miss it. Get your king some gasoline and get your king some, and it's like, you're a weirdo, dude.
He got away with that for a long time, though.
For a very long time. He's probably jealous that his time has come and gone, and now people are following better, crazier people.
Debbie says, I'm watching the saga of Shani and Rev. What a shit show. What are they up to? The last I heard of them was when they got evicted from their hotel.
Well, they're back on the grid. Like they're back. They are back to having controversy with them.
What's the controversy?
Well, they got kicked out of that hotel.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That was kind of funny. And he was like, he gave the interview. Rev did. He was about 4'2" or something like that.
Oh my God.
Apparently, they went through like $75,000 that he had inherited in like a couple of years, and then they were broke. You know?
They were living in a hotel, though. That's why.
No, they went broke because they smoked it and did whatever it is that they do with it.
That is the reason I was happy Alice went live.
Yes, y'all, you have to watch Alice. They talked Uncle into letting them move back in. Oh God. And Heather Inman is back. The clean urine stash, like I said, has been showing her. This girl is straight out racist. And I don't understand how the terms that she says, either on Facebook or whatever, that they don't get flagged and automatically taken down. Because they're the most...
She got back on... She's on Facebook, though, right? She's not on YouTube.
But when it comes through YouTube, you know, the same filter still has you know, the same, whatever. She's super racist. And she tries to hide it loosely by saying they're the ones that didn't like her for whatever reason. I don't know. It's weird. That's why I always wonder, like, how mentally ill does someone have to be before it gets to that point? Is it a progression in their disease? Is it a no medication situation where they finally get like that? Like, what makes people go from just a little bit crazy, a little bit to majorly crazy, like Leticia and Trisha, and then make the jump to Heather Inman, Tam Tam sort of area? What is that? Is it a progression of their illness?
I don't know, but Tam Tam was dragging Judge Jenny today.
She was just like, holy shit. She was dragging
I
Judge
thought that they
Jenny.
were friends, though.
Nope, they were not friends because Judge Jenny got busted talking. Where'd she get busted talking? Somewhere. And she and Tam Tam started saying, nobody cares if you have money and you have all these cars and you have all of this. I mean, same old, just doxed everything she knew about her.
Doxed her address and stuff.
Yep.
Okay, so so the uncle let them move back into the house. The kids are safe. They don't have the kids, right?
What? Yeah, I think the kids have gone to a foster family, as far as I know.
I watch Carrie and we all talk terrible about them. Makes me feel bad at my comments.
Yeah, we talk about.
Well, that's why you're in the. Well, that's why you're in the drama community because you got to have your moments where.
Because nobody believes what goes on in our real life and that on where we watch and what we see. We can't tell people in our real lives about that.
Well, I mean, what Debbie's saying is she feels kind of bad at the comments that she says about stuff about like Shani and Rev and all that.
Yeah, I think they're quite the couple. Remember when, sorry, I had to pop my thing. Remember when she was on the Beast panel? It's like, oh, that's not going to be a good thing.
Oh, yeah, Shani was, right?
With the Sparkling Star and Jess Beck. You still mad at me, Jess Beck? I heard you were big mad.
Beck didn't like that.
She was big mad.
That Mandi kicked her off of our panel and blocked her because she's racist.
I was like, I can't be letting you hang here. You're full on racist.
Oh my God.
It was so funny. Well, when we get off, are you gonna let me wrap those 2 presents?
Which 2?
Well, I don't want to keep the light on.
Do whatever you want to.
No, but sometimes do you have a sports to watch?
I always have sports.
I want to be in the same room as him, but I want to spend all of my time with him. So
it's okay. She's just trying to be thoughtful because I have to get up and go to work again. Mondays are a tough one.
The neighbors go, she's a kept woman over there.
Which neighbors?
We don't know any of our neighbors, but they're like, she faithfully waits for her.
Okay, so stitching real quick before we go. Alice Dark.
Is that her? Right, and she very rarely does live streams.
Hold on a second. I'm going to look it up real quick.
She does not. Live streams are a special treat when she does live streams.
Is that the one that we were talking about, that fake
The
smokes?
white hair, yeah. Oh my God.
Look at her.
How can animals make so much noise when they're just little animals? What do you have in your mouth, Sawyer?
Yeah,
what do you have in your mouth? Oh, that was going to be, Presley, if you're watching, Sawyer chewed up one of the toys I was sending to Bella for Christmas. Sawyer says, sorry about your luck, but I got a different one. I'm going to show it to her. She might not be watching right now. It was...
she deletes too, so she
does. They were, it's a dog toy that looks like a bag of Atlanta Braves peanuts. And I was going to give it to Bella, but Sawyer got it, so I replaced it with something else. But it's fun. I'm enjoying myself.
Okay, my love.
Are you ready?
Yes.
And we'll be back tomorrow?
We'll come back tomorrow after we've got a little bit of rest, or I need to rest. I was trying to get on one tonight, but just really couldn't.
I think it went well, though.
It was all right.
We just shoot the shit. Of course, Presley. Presley, did you hear me? Tell Sawyer to quit chewing up your dog's toy.
Hold on, before we go, I'm going to show you the babies one more time.
Oh, you're going to get the babies? Which one are you going to show? Do y'all want to see the babies one more time? Hold the phone. Trying to even out this thing for a card I'm making. Oh my God, my cat keeps bringing me and my baby Jesus from the nativity. I love it. That is so cute. What was that?
I wanted to get her out.
Oh, yeah, you don't want Eleanor in there. Eleanor is not quite the...
Here.
Is that the other one?
That's one of the I think that's the oldest one right there.
Look. Look at the baby. Look at the baby. He's cute. That one's really cute.
This is the babies.
Look at them.
So the eggs hatched. Those of you that are joining that weren't here at the over the last couple days, we have 4.
Say hi.
So there are 3 that look like kind of like
Sawyer,
Sawyer, stop.
He didn't like him being held.
So 3 of them look. He kind of knocked the whole camera away
I
from.
know. It was weird. He doesn't like them being
There's
held.
one little brown one like this one. And then there's 3 that are kind of like the one that Mandy's holding. And then we have one more egg that is trying to hatch. He's trying to pop his way out.
So we're super excited. We're so excited. Yes, you're so cute.
Okay, I'm gonna put this.
Baby animals are so cute. Anyway, we love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Maybe we'll have another one to show by tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with us. I know the time's been a little bit messed up and content a little boring, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Have a good night, you guys.